Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Jen Tran had her season finale last night. The fans have rallied around her after an insane ending to her season. A season that was relatively, I don't want to say boring, but non-confrontational. And then all of a sudden, in the last hour, we really see the payoff of a crazy season. Sadly, it's at Jen's expense. And by the way, shout out to my hair right now. I've got a Jimmy Neutron thing happening. I've got Snooki's Bump It in my hair. No, it's okay. We can fix that. But hey, what can you do? You know what I mean? My hair is like a barometer. After a crazy night of drama, it just sticks straight up. All right, I'm going to share Jen's statement. I'm going to share all of the things other alumni have said about her, including criticizing the show. I'm also going to share news update. Jen is on Dancing with the Stars. And some of the cast list are insane. Anna Delvey has an ankle monitor. Guys, it's 2024. The world's crazy. Let's get into it. And by the way, I've got a little, see that QR code down there? You can scan that right here if you want to subscribe to the podcast with your camera. That'll let you get all the entertainment and pop culture news, because there's a lot of pop culture news right now that is Bachelor adjacent, including Dancing with the Stars. But we're going to reveal Jen on that. We know it was such a last minute update because they don't even have a professional photo of her yet. But either way, here's what Jen had to say after last night's episode. I recapped it on the last video, so just to catch you up, it was an absolute bloodbath, metaphorically, as she had to watch herself propose and get heartbroken and all of that. By the way, after this video, we have a new breaking update. Devin released some text messages between him and Jen. What does that say about the situation? I'm not sure, but let's just say this. Jen posted this last night. She has since deleted it, so maybe she takes back what she had to say. She said, "Tonight was hard. I am so overwhelmed by the love you have all given me. With every message of love, I want to say this loud and clear. I do not condone hate messages to anyone. There's no need to rub salt in anyone's wound. And if you're truly supporting me, you will understand that I lead with love and empathy. I do not believe in spreading negative energy. People can be held accountable for their own actions in their own lives without cyberbullying. The universe will work it all out. Words hurt, and I've been in the direct line of fire for that, and I know what that feels like. I don't wish that upon anyone, no matter what. I promise I am healing, and I'm going to be okay. But spreading hate or direct harm to someone else does not help my healing journey." Now, will audiences listen to Jen and put down their pitchforks? No, absolutely not. But she said what she said, and we're going to share what Bachelor alumni have said with regards to her on this season. Now, again, this is all in reference to Devin. His Instagram has actually grown since this happened. He's actually grown by several thousand followers, which, again, some people might say that's crazy. Well, in a normal situation, maybe it doubles. So the fact that it grew so slowly just goes, there's probably a lot of people waiting to hear more of the tea. Believe it or not, this is the state of journalism as it exists. ABC, of course, in perfect synergy, covered this on ABC News Live.
Deserves the best. She might have made a mistake in falling for the wrong man, or a man who misrepresented his intentions on the show. But the other thing, too, that she's done very well last night and into this morning on GMA is that she's holding him accountable. So she came out there and sat on that couch last night and was like, not only did you break up with me on the phone, the next day I saw that you followed the other woman from my season of The Bachelor.
Now, we don't know the full story. I get a lot of criticism for saying that, but I'm very excited to possibly see what Devin has to say with regards to their breakup. Is it a bad look to follow Maria? Absolutely, it's a bad look for several reasons. Jen has unfollowed Maria due to what she said on Call Her Daddy. And, because Maria basically said she was going to be the Bachelor but turned it down, making it look like Jen was kind of like the last pick. That's a whole different story for another day, but clearly there's some beef there. Although this has less to do with Maria and more to do with Devin.
Maria on Instagram, which feels a little nefarious. And then she called him out for going clubbing in New York City when he was saying, "I'm so heartbroken and I won't be able to continue." And she's like, "You were fine. Like, right. I watched you be fine. I watched you lie again and again and again to my face." So she really has done a good job of sort of holding his feet to the fire.
And we should mention she is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. So onward, upward. I think she's going to be just fine.
She will be just fine, and she is on Dancing with the Stars. They just released her, and by the way, here's the cast list for Dancing with the Stars. Joey and oh, you know what? Rather than show you this, they always say show don't tell. Let's watch the reveal of who's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. That's right. You did see Bachelor Joey. We're going to get to Jenn Tran. I haven't watched it, so we'll see her intro. There's a couple Olympic legends from this season of the Olympics, this year's Olympics, and then we're going to get to some of the tweets and messages of support from alumni like Ben Higgins. So we'll have that for you next.
Now to the moment we've been waiting for. Judges, hosts, are you ready?
Please tell us. And by the way, Dancing with the Stars premieres in like 2 weeks.
So ready. She's so ready.
Season 33.
Are you really ready?
I'm really ready. Are you
I
ready?
don't know if you're ready.
Bruno.
Is she ready? I have no idea.
Bruno's extra.
Hello.
I'm ready.
Next.
Let's do it, Michael. Get it.
All right, so here's the cast. I don't know if I can play the audio here, but they're going to show the cast here. The first, or these, here it is.
After a gut-wrenching finale, The Bachelorette is getting on a plane to join the cast. It's Jenn Tran.
There it is.
And let's go for the gold.
I'm going to pommel that dance floor.
He mastered the pommel horse, and now he's ready to master
All right,
the
so they
dance
got
floor.
Jenn Tran, they got Steven Nadorozic, of course, one of my favorites. I'm going to cut the audio here. What looks like, what do they have? Tori Spelling or someone like that from Beverly Hills 90210. That's good for my elder millennials.
Now she can't wait to jive right into the ballroom. It's Tori Spelling.
There it is. The original Nepo baby there.
You loved this TV dad on Family Matters. Nothing can Urkel this guy on the dance floor. It's Reginald Bell Johnson.
I am so excited.
Urkel doesn't interrupt my dancing.
I cannot wait for him. Yeah, he was literally the closest thing I had to a father.
She's on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Good morning, America.
It's supermodel Brooks Nader.
All right, Brooks Nader. Again, this is going to be a long video. So you know what? I'll tell you what. I will cover everyone who's on this this upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars on today's afternoon rush hour. I can't cover all of it now, but we do. Oh, here it is. Anna Delvey.
As a convicted felon.
You think you know me, but you don't.
Now she's determined to make the greatest comeback of all time. The jury rules. It's time for Anna Delvey to hit the dance floor.
And she's got an ankle monitor. So she'll have an ankle monitor on, which, you know, we'll see how that affects the Paso Doble. All right, so there's some of your cast member, but of course, Jenn Tran, like they don't even have, you know, she's such a late hire. Gosh, you got to feel bad for Jenn here, right? She's such a late hire. They don't even have a professional photo of her yet. Here's, let's show, so they got all these great photos, and then they have this selfie. Oh no, Jenn and Sasha. By the way, we like Sasha. I think Jenn will do great. She's got athletic experience. You know, she's an athlete, which always helps with footwork. So I think she'll do great. Okay, let's go into what the alumni were saying about Jenn after watching last night's episode. I'm sure we'll have more videos on this as podcasts come out. Ben Higgy, said Jenn should have gotten up in the middle of a proposal showing and gave everyone the peace sign. Walk out of that studio and never turn back. Absolutely cruel and unnecessary to make her watch that back. Cannot believe it. Yeah, that would have been iconic if she did that, but at the same time, people are saying it was abusive to make her watch that. I go, look, she's an adult. It was heartbreaking. It was horrible. It's only going to help her because people are rallying around her. Charity said, speechless at TN. I don't know what TN means. Tonight, I need to collect my thoughts and emotions. Collect them. Ashley Iconetti said, Jenn deserves to be Bachelorette again. Sure, but also I don't think that's going to happen. But I think she can ride this wave. Ashley said, I cannot believe this. I really grew to like Devin throughout the season. They did a great job evolving his character to make us feel connected to him. I'm so grossed out and disappointed by him now. I always just say, never hold anyone to that high of a regard. I never set the bar high for Devin in the first place. I was like, all right. Good for Jenn for saying on live TV, do I really have a choice? When Jesse asked whether she was ready to see this proposal, this poor sweet girl. Now, obviously she said that as in jest. Like, do I really have a choice? Like, you do. You do have a choice. You had a choice to go on the show. You have a choice to walk away at any moment. They're not holding you hostage. But I do understand the pressure to sit there and take it and and that was gross. Ashley then said, someone said, with how they treated her the first time, she deserves so much better. That was garbage, making her sit there and watch when she's clearly already broken. Ashley responded, yeah, I can't imagine she'd have any interest. I hope she finds the most incredible man in any fashion whenever the time is right for her. Also, I dislike how they jumped right into the Golden Bachelorette content. Like, well, that was sad, but moving on to the next show. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough look for Golden Bachelorette, not her fault. Then we have Thomas sipping on his tea. It's like, okay, Thomas, a broken clock can be right twice a day. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you were any better. Joe, grocery store Joe, night one reject, said, looks like Devin didn't keep the main thing. And then Mari Pepin said, I think there are two ways to think about this one. Why, as in WTF, would anyone do that just on a human decency level? And why, as in what is that actual purpose of doing that? For the first one, I have no idea. Anyone with compassion would have maybe, not gone through with it. For the second, because literally everything comes down to ratings. That's all that matters for the company. I think there have been some wild moments, including this, that prove they'll do whatever to make those numbers hit. I agree. That's what I said in the podcast. The show's psychopathic. It'll do anything it can for the ratings, and it's up to the audience to decide if they're going to watch or not. Someone asked her, do you support Jen? And did you know Devin followed you after he broke up with her? So some people, I guess, think Mari Pepin is the person that... that Devin followed. The internet is not the smartest place, folks. She goes, I see lots of new friends, people who are stopping by but don't follow me. So just in case there are more people who are thinking this, hi, I'm Mari, not Maria. It's like Mario, but without the O. Me, Amari. And I'm from Matt James season. I'm not who they were talking about with this, and absolutely have been a Jen supporter since she was announced. All right, so Mari's getting hate for no reason. I mean, this is just the angry internet doing angry internet things. Andrew said, I'm walking off the stage. Ain't no way I'm watching this. Andrew then said, bro followed Maria. This is giving Gary vibes, watching her family in the crowd. And by the way, I mean, look, we got to be honest. There are people that will go on the show and do what the show wants. We saw that with Rachel Recchia's season. I can't even remember who it was, but they brought out one of the guys to take Rachel Recchia away in front of Tino. I mean, that pissed off a lot of people. Not as many people as are pissed off by the Jen thing, but that was another instance where the show really crossed some boundaries. I even said justice for Jen, JFJ, and then said Jen has to be first on the beach at Bachelor in Paradise in 2025. I mean, yeah, if she wants it, she should definitely be on the beach. I think Bachelor in Paradise would be a better home for Jen in the first place. That way she can deal with the men fighting for her versus, I think that would be a better, I think Paradise is a better fit for everyone. So Becca Tilley said, brutal Bachelorette finale. She deserves so much better in terms of men and production making her watch that back. That was not fair. I'm mad and sad for her. Phoebe too. And then here's what Katie Bigger had to say.
Again, at what point can we just focus on what happened, what hurt you?
When Zach Shellcross is disappointed that it was a rough one after, some of the ways he handled his season. Irby Derby, Aaron Herb, said it feels like Christmas morning. Tried to warn everyone how bad this dude was when all I had to do was shut up and let him do it for himself. First of all, this is just one of those instances where it's like right message, wrong messenger. Someone said it too. Right message, wrong execution. He definitely didn't read your book. Ivan said you were right. Look, I don't know. He was never there for the right reasons anyway. He left the show to go be a pilot. You know what I mean? All right. So then, and by the way, teaser for the next video, we have a text message that Devin posted right here that he has since taken back. I'm guessing this text message was supposed to be his way of sharing a little bit of his side of the story. I say this for Devin. I truly mean this. Get your stuff in order and go on a podcast and share your side. That's the best you can do. People say, we don't need to hear his opinion. You don't have to watch. That's how it works. But I'm sure we'll hear more from Devin. I don't think anything Devin shares will hurt Jen. I think people have made their mind up. But you never know if there's more that wasn't aired. We'll get into all of that because there are more cryptic things. By all means, Devin could come out looking worse than what we've seen if the receipts don't line up. If that's one of those games of mutually assured destruction. If Jen says, oh, you want to play the receipts game, although she already did share some pretty damning receipts, but if you want to play the receipts game, it could be an ugly bloodbath. But Jen will be dancing her way to a possible mirror ball trophy in the process. I'll be here to cover it. All Dancing with the Stars updates will be right there on the podcast, The Rush Hour with Dave Neal. I'm live on Patreon right now if you want to be part of the behind-the-scenes community and chat about all the craziness from this week. Go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'll be right back with the next video covering Devin's DMs exposed and deleted. We'll have that next.